And welcome back to Adobe Live, here live from Adobe Max in Las Vegas, Adobe Max 2017. For the next hour, I'm going to be here with Musketon, also known as Bert, right?
Yeah, should I look
hey,
into the camera?
Musketon. Yeah. There were people in the chat already saying, wow, can't wait for Musketon, Musketon. Yeah,
It's
a little cat and a sword with a hat. Yeah, being all brave. No, that's not Musketon. We have very facetious people in the chat. We're going to be, of course, the chat is here for you to interact with us, ask questions to Musketon while he's working. He's been building up some things here. Maybe you can, well, let's start with you.
Yeah.
Like, who are you? Like, who is Musketon?
So, yeah, Musketon is my alter ego. So my real name is Bert, like the puppet. And I'm basically just an illustrator. So I make illustrations. That's what I love doing. And that's why I'm here today.
All right, and you're based in?
I'm based in Belgium. So it's
Belgium.
Far away from Las Vegas.
Yes, very far.
Yeah.
How did you fly here?
With United Airlines, and they have really tiny planes, and I have like really long legs, so it's no fun.
Okay.
But we made it, so yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to show some of your work before we start? So, and of course, if you look for Musketon on Behance, and what other profiles are you using? You're using.
I'm using basically everything, and it's all Musketon. Just add Musketon, and you'll find me. Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Musketon. And there's the giveaway in the stand next door, and. You guys are doing 06. And okay, you go ahead.
So I'll just show some of my most recent projects. This one's a really cool project that I did. It's actually started on Kickstarter. And I basically just wanted to build a city from vector illustrations from people all over the world.
Yes.
So I started out on Instagram, like asking people like send me your house. And I would like illustrate it for free. A lot of people did it, but it was taking too much time, so I needed to think about how can I make this into like a commercial project. So that's when I made this Kickstarter. And it's basically 100 houses from 100 people from all over the world that send their house, like the picture of their house, and I made the illustrations, and it looks like this. It's a lot of work because like all the little details in there, like all the every shape you need to draw because it's the illustration. So it took me about six months to finish this from start to the end, and then a lot of stuff happened.
But the Kickstarter was like almost completed very quickly, no?
Yeah, the Kickstarter I needed like 30 days, and I think it was like the amount I needed. I reached the goal in I think 48 hours. So
48 hours.
That's really fun. So yeah, I think I learned a lot from this project because I didn't have much time, and then like in the middle of the project, I was like, wow, this is super boring. I need to do like different stuff. So I also started drawing like these cars. It's still loading. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I do, and I think this is also a fun project. These are actually all the cars from the city. So I added some new cars, but the Wi-Fi is really slow.
Yeah. So let's not lose too much time over the Wi-Fi. But it's loading a little bit. Yeah. But what I really enjoyed also is watching the time lapses of your drawings.
Yeah, I have a lot of time lapses, but I think should I switch to a different Wi-Fi because I'm not on the Adobe Wi-Fi. I'm on the hotel Wi-Fi.
Oh, you're on the hotel Wi-Fi. You know what?
If it helps, I don't know.
You know what we're gonna do? Which is there's a solution coming. There's a solution coming. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of. How many Wi-Fis do we have? Like
19 in chat.
I'll take this one here. This. Okay. Let's do it this way. There you go.
Thanks.
So we have super fast.
Oh, that's not possible because I'm using. No, it's not possible because.
No?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not possible.
That's okay though.
All right.
No problem. We'll just talk.
Yeah. There you go. Yes.
So
We'll have to live with the slow internet.
Yeah, I mean
That's what happens when there's 13,000 people.
Yeah, I think
in the vicinity.
maybe this is a fun project I can show. I love shoes. I love Nike shoes. So I was thinking about how can I do something creative. And it's still loading.
Yeah, well.
So.
Oh, somebody says happy birthday, person in the background. No, it's not happy birthday. It's actually, let me take this and look at this. Look at what's happening next to us. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. That's what's happening. And they make a lot of noise. A lot of noise. Yeah. We're actually using a GoPro to film GoPro. That's like crazy. All right. Okay. Back to us, Bert. Still not loading.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
They gave me some Wi-Fi.
So let's try new Wi-Fi. Is it doing it? Ah, well, that's the joys of Wi-Fi.
Yeah. But anyway,
Yeah.
I can also make an illustration if you guys would like that.
Yes, absolutely. I think we would love that.
So I'm just gonna give this one more try.
Yeah, give it one more try. But how weird. Okay.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Oh,
it doesn't
like
matter.
this.
You guys have access to Musketon's Behance page. There's a lot of interesting work there. Where I think your time lapses, I see them mostly on Instagram, right?
Yeah, I posted on my Instagram, but I got it to work. So
Okay. Awesome.
So this is it's equally slow, so it doesn't matter. If you want to see my work, just
Yeah.
go to Instagram, just go to Behance, whatever. So my time lapses are basically on Instagram, but anyway, just check it out because I think it's more fun if we do like an illustration rather than whine over the Wi-Fi not working. So anyway.
Anyway, yes, you
So-
guys can watch it.
What I love to do is I love to draw cars, and maybe it's a fun idea that if somebody has an idea like I want to see this car in an illustration, let us know via the chat. If nobody is like sending us anything, I'm gonna draw this car from Arrested Development.
All right, so let's give this 1 minute in the chat.
Yeah.
Tell us the car that you want Bert to draw for you.
And just like pick a famous car, like from a movie.
Yeah,
That's the most
we
fun
want
to do.
a famous car.
And if nobody is like sending anything, I'm just gonna do the Arrested Developments.
Okay.
Because I love that show. The Batmobile, yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one. The Batmobile. But there's various versions of the Batmobile, of course.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
let's take the old one. Or maybe Back to the Future DeLorean. The Ghostbusters car. Yeah, Ford Focus. Why?
Oh, the Starsky and Hutch, that's a nice one. Yeah.
You like Starsky and Hutch?
I don't like the show, but I like the car. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You know, when I think about famous cars, I always remember Christine. Do you remember Christine?
From the movie.
The horror movie, like Stephen King's thing, the
didn't
possessed car.
I didn't see
Yeah,
it.
it was a red, I think it was a red Mustang.
Starsky and Hutch. I'm gonna do the side view because I only have like 50 minutes.
But I think Starsky and Hutch car would be a good one.
Yeah. So
Jer is asking, how many years of experience do you have, Moscato?
I've been doing this for. It's so fun to see the GoPro booth. I've been doing this for 10 years now.
10 years.
So professionally. So like when I was younger, I was also doing it, but yeah. So. I don't know which one is the original. I'm just gonna take this as a reference. And what I don't like to do is I use photo references, but I don't put it on the layer beneath.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna watch and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So now, just one quick question before we start drawing here.
Yeah.
You brought a whole bunch of things here, and what is that? Can we see it with the GoPro maybe? And like on the table we have this. Let me just move. What is this? What is this stuff?
So this is basically a controller for any app that you want. I use it for Adobe Illustrator, and you can go into the preferences and you have like this whole app that you can set it up. Like this button, for instance, is like apply last effect. So because I'm using always the same effects, this slider is to reduce or to control the opacity.
Okay. Oh, and it's got a little monitor here that's changing.
So the monitor is saying what you're doing. This one is not connected.
Selections.
This one's not connected, that's a mistake. So, and you can like adjust the stroke rate just by spinning. So it's a really fun thing. This started on Kickstarter.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a really nice product.
And you can like, can I?
Yeah, you can do it. Yeah.
You can like, bam.
It's magnetic. So
Bam. You can like take all these things apart. I'm gonna put them back exactly the way they were.
No, that's okay.
Take these pieces apart, put them exactly like you want. Does this have a name?
It's the palette gear.
Wow.
So if you Google it, you'll definitely find it. It's not that expensive, and you can also use it for Photoshop, for I don't know, for anything that you like. So
awesome.
it's a nice extra. So,
okay. So are you ready with this configuration?
I'm ready
to do your magic.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
let's begin.
So basically, if people have questions, they can.
Yeah, of course.
So, and what I want to demonstrate also is that being creative or like creating illustrations, everybody can do it, because I'm basically just going to use like basic shapes.
Yes.
And I'm just going to go back and forth between Illustrator and the photo.
So that's super interesting, I think, that you actually don't put it on the artboard.
No, and I'm not going to use the vacuum because it's not working.
Okay.
So I'm just going to use the pen tool. So
really?
Just like to show that it's really easy and that everybody can do this.
Because it's not plugged in?
No, it was plugged in.
Oh, it was plugged in. It's still not working?
No. Doesn't matter. I'm just going to use.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Gremlins at Max 2017.
So you can keep talking if you want.
All right. Yeah. No. Wait. I think we also have like very nice music in the background.
Yeah. So basically, if you take a look at the wheels, it's like a few circles, and I'm not doing anything fancy. So I'm just duplicating it, scaling it.
Let's have the GoPro again, because this is kind of fascinating how he uses the shortcuts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, good idea. It's like speed art.
Yeah, I use a lot of shortcuts, so.
That's right, Ryan. I think the Vector City series was a really, really cool project. And the first time I heard about it, the one thing that I found cool is that, well, not the one thing, but the thing that really impressed me was the fact that Musketon used Kickstarter to fund an illustration.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't think there are many projects like that around.
You have a lot of illustration. On Kickstarter, but never was a project like this. It's actually a co-creation together with 100 people, because they decide how the print was going to look. Which was also really scary, because some houses were really ugly, and if they pay you, you can go
You
like.
can't say no. You got an ugly house. Yeah, the scale of the project was insane. Yeah, and but it was successful. And basically, it also used you made a poster.
Yeah.
You made. Did you make a book as
Yeah.
well?
Yeah.
Yeah, incredible.
So.
That's right, Laura. Laura would love to illustrate like that and at that speed. In the end, it all comes down to to knowing the tool and really optimizing every movement that you make to. So cool! And I just love the fact that you don't put it on the artboard.
No, I mean
That's the first thing anybody would do, right? Put it on the artboard and maybe even trace it.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with tracing, but it's not challenging.
Yeah. And yes, Felicia is asking, no, not Felicia, chat is going fast now. Adam is saying, nice t-shirt, is that your logo?
Yeah.
That's Musketon's logo, yep. And if you check out his animations, or not animations, his time lapses on his Instagram, Musketon usually says, it took me maybe 1 hour and 30 minutes to do it, and on Instagram, of course, it's a few seconds, but it gives you a good idea.
So the hardest thing right now is like getting the shape correctly, and once that's done, it's like really easy.
Yes, Carasius says, ask him about his pin sets and such.
My pins?
Yeah.
I brought some pins if we want to give some away, or sticker packs.
No, let's just show them for now. Do you have them here?
Yeah.
In your bag? And while you continue drawing, maybe I can show them?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Oh wow, okay. Let me the camera like that. All right. Okay, so these are the pin sets, and and the cool thing is that Bert also publishes like videos and things like as he makes these packs. Right? You put them on the table, tie them up. You put them. You do that all by yourself.
Yeah, my girlfriend sometimes helps me. Not sometimes, really often, because it's a lot of work. Yeah.
Let's check out these pins. Oh, these are all the same. This is his logo right here. And can I open one of those sticker packs?
You can, yeah.
Can I keep one of those sticker packs? Woo. All right, let's open one. And of course, all of these you can order on your website, right?
Yeah, I usually just give them away.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Musketon. Oh, chicken noodles. Oh, I like this one.
Yeah, it's transparent, so if you paste it, it looks like a really tiny dude that is painting.
Wow.
Yeah.
The skull and the bird. Very cool. Stick one of those on my computer screen, on my computer later on. All right, let's put the camera back on. What are you doing with your fingers?
Just like for the reference of like the angles.
Ah, okay.
Like I had like at school I had like the new drawings and stuff like that, and you use the pencil to make measurements.
Yeah, and you do the same with the
basically
computer.
the same thing.
Wow. And basically, going from one image to the other is like taking the step back, right?
Yeah.
And in the drawing class.
Yeah.
No, Michael, that was of course an error. I wouldn't put it on the screen.
There's a lot of people.
Yeah. Does the palette app work? The palette thing there work on the iPad Pro? No, I don't think so. That's really for piloting. I guess Illustrator and Photoshop, right?
Yeah, and Lightroom.
And Lightroom. Yeah. Okay. Oh, can you imagine that? Yeah, just put various things on the palette for Lightroom, like to edit your images very quickly. I think it's a super great idea.
Yeah. So yeah. So is it basically in the chat people from all over the world, or is it focused?
Yep, all over the world. So let's show Musketon where you guys are from. Did he practice to be so fast, or just happened along the years?
That's the same thing.
It's the same thing, dude. Come on, Bruno. Practice makes perfect. Brazil, Texas, Canada, Oregon, Portugal, Argentina, from Cali, USA, Maryland, UK, Tunisia, Arabia, Tunisia, Washington, New Zealand. What time is it in New Zealand? Indonesia. Indonesia must be like super late. I'm so jet lagged myself. Are you jet lagged? Are you suffering?
Kinda, but not that hard.
Los Angeles, Oklahoma, Orlando, Brazil, Bahrain. Okay, awesome guys, thank you. Idaho. 11:22 a.m. in New Zealand. Okay, so that's good. That's a good time to watch the stream. Honolulu, Canada, Bogota. A lot of people from Colombia. And it's 1 a.m. here in Saudi. Ahmed, thanks for sticking with us, but I think watching Bert work is worth it. Indonesia, 5:22 a.m. Yafi, do you have a life? 5:22 a.m.
It's dedication.
Have you been sleeping, or are you doing the night shift? Eindhoven, Netherlands. So I don't know if you guys see, but like Musketon like takes angles on the photograph using his fingers, and then doesn't move them, goes back to the Illustrator file and does the same angle. Yeah. And pretty cool.
So yeah, I'm just figuring out the shape, but I think I almost have it. And then we go to like coloring, texturing. Yep. It's gonna be fun.
We have exactly another 30 minutes.
Oh, that's
Would that be enough?
30 or 13?
30.
Yeah,
30.
That's okay. Yeah.
Oh, it's past midnight in France and in Norway. Any info on that iPad stand? I don't even know what iPad stand that is. Is that your iPad stand?
No.
Was that provided by the?
Yeah, that's from Adobe.
By the crew.
Yeah.
Alexei, 120 in Russia. Where in Russia? Because Russia is very wide, goes over many time zones. Yep. Trouble. He's pretty good with that trackpad, yeah. And again, many people, I only use a trackpad, I don't use a mouse. And many people tell me, how can you design with the trackpad? And again, it's a matter of just getting used to.
I think so, yeah. I mean, when I'm at home or like in my office, I use the bigger Intuos Wacom.
Yeah, okay.
But I mean, it's the pen tool, so you can do whatever you want.
How is he switching from web to Illustrator so quick? That's very easy. It's command shift from one application to the other. Oh, command tab, yes, sorry. That's my jet lag kicking in. Because right now it is, past midnight, right? In Europe it's past midnight. So for those of you asking, how does it do it so quickly? Well, check his fingers out. They're all over the keyboard. So knowing the keyboard shortcuts for things makes things much, much faster.
Yeah. I'm so sorry for switching back and forth all the time with people watching.
No, absolutely. Hey, it gives us a sense of how you do it.
I think it should be.
That's right, Jan-Erik. Musketon is like an Illustrator hacker.
Something like this.
What tool do you use to fix lines that are not straight or wrong curve?
I don't know. The smooth tool?
Yes, maybe. Both. What's the shortcut for deleting the unwanted lines? So to cut them out?
Oh it's a plugin.
Yeah. It's a plugin?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it like Astute Graphics or something?
Yeah, it's
okay.
Astute Graphics, Dynamic Sketch. I don't know if Adobe is friends with.
Okay, so full disclosure here, he's also using Astute Graphics. What is it called? The
Dynamic Sketch.
Dynamic
But
Sketch.
you can also do it in like Adobe has the Shape Builder.
Yeah. Okay.
It's the same,
Shape Builder. Yeah. Well, the smooth tool is just like the pencil tool. You just go over something that is rough or that you want to adjust, and you just go over the lines and it'll adjust to your new drawing. That's right, Ryan. That's what we just said. He's using Astute Graphics, but the Shape Builder does the same kind of thing. That's right, Guillaume. I think that's pretty incredible because my first thought was, you know, like, oh, he's going to put the picture and on the artboard, and you know, even though maybe not tracing it, but having it there. But I think moving from one to the other makes it really a compelling workflow. So Adam, the reason he's not bringing it into Illustrator is because it's not a trace. He's more interested in the shapes. Very simple shapes, and he's recreating the shape simply by looking at the picture and then going back to Illustrator. Keeps it honest, that's right, Michael.
Yeah. But once again, there's nothing wrong with tracing.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with tracing. Yeah, Adam. I hear you. But having it next to the drawing, you would have to sort of zoom out, zoom in to see the drawing, the picture. And I think it's pretty cool to just have it somewhere else and just go back and forth. And if you check out his hands, he's like taking angles and things on the picture and then putting it in Illustrator and then drawing the line. Saludos a todos desde Colombia. Saludos a ti. Why is he not using a mouse? Because he probably would be slower with a mouse in that case.
I don't know, because I flew to Las Vegas and I forgot it. So
you forgot the mouse. There you go. Nah, there is no mouse here. The Moscato.
So I think it's starting to look like a car. And what I also like to do is, this is also like kind of a hack and doesn't make any sense if you think about it. Like the reels right now are like super clean and crisp. And what I do is I make it smaller, like 50% or something like this, and then I go rasterize it. And if you go trace it, like maybe silhouettes, not this one, sketched arts, you can see the difference. It's not smooth anymore. So that's what I always do in every illustration.
That's a great tip.
Yeah.
So it looks less vector.
Yeah. But
which is almost,
I do a lot of stuff that doesn't make any sense, like switching back and forth all the time, but it's also a good way to like illustrate that everybody should be able to do this. Like you don't need fancy, expensive equipment. You just need a subscription from Adobe.
What was that smooth tip again? Well, basically he just took the element, rasterized it, and then traced it again, therefore making it more random kind of shape, which is pretty cool. Julian is asking, how did your career as an illustrator kick off? I guess you always were. From
it's
childhood to...
It's just a lot of, like, you need to work really hard. If you want something, you need to make it happen.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
Hello, Munir. Yeah. And did your parents support you in your goal to become an illustrator, or like, are you crazy? We want you to be a lawyer.
My mother didn't ask any questions.
Okay.
And I don't know my father, so I mean, the decision was made. I just wanted to do. I knew, like when I was 16, I knew that I wanted to do something creative, which is also a really good thing because a lot of people at that age are struggling what they want to do. So yeah, it was really fun that and now I'm actually doing it. So it's really.
Don't you get lost in this messy workspace? No, he doesn't, because he hides it.
Yeah.
You know exactly where things are, right? When you go back to your workspace? Yeah. Hi, Altego.
So how long are we live streaming now? Like.
Oh, we have another 20 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, you have a timer there.
Oh, wow.
If you want, if it makes you feel more comfortable.
No.
I don't want it to make you more stressed, you know. 20 minutes.
So I think, I mean, I'm not gonna mess around with the shape too much. I think it kind of looks like it, maybe like a little bit off. I'm just gonna add like this really big bumper on the end.
So, and if you like Musketon's work, make sure to follow him on to appreciate his work on Behance, and to follow his Instagram account and other social media.
Yeah.
But I like following him on Instagram. I always get these really cool illustrations and time lapses, which I really enjoy.
And selfies.
And selfies.
Yeah. No, I don't post selfies. I just like, if you follow me, it's just illustrations. So. Okay, I think this looks kind of good, so I'm just gonna start coloring it right now. I mean, I can keep playing with this, but I want to finish it, so...
For the sake of time, like we say. Oh, so you just converted everything to outlines.
So there's no way back right now.
No way back. Do you typically save a layer with the lines? Or, no, you just do it.
Yeah.
Bold and brave.
So I'm going to use the Live Paint.
Oh, Live Paint is an awesome tool that many people don't even know about.
It's the best.
It's crazy.
It's the best tool that is an Illustrator. So I'm going to make my outlines like kind of reds, like really dark reds. That color is like really orange, I think. Is it orange or red? The star skin, it's orange?
Red. Are you colorblind? I'm colorblind, so I can't help you. You know.
I think it's orange. You like you don't see any color?
No, I see colors, but you know when they start mixing a little bit, then I like if it's a dark orange, it could be a red for me.
Yeah.
Oh, people are saying red, red, red.
Is it red?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But
maybe Musketon, maybe.
Yeah, maybe I could be colorblind. Yeah.
Did you know that in Illustrator, in View, you can go in proof setup and color blindness and see how colorblind people would actually see it?
Wow, it's pretty rough. Proof, okay. I think I put it in the wrong.
But I remember it from the movies, so it was really like red, like crimson. Yeah. What does live paint do? Well, you just saw that. He just filled these areas like in no time. And the cool thing is that if you have a color palette, you can just use your keyboard to move from one color to the other and very, very quickly color your artwork. Blood red, Boris, that's right. Give us the Pantone value.
I might be colorblind because I really think it's orange.
Oh, well, mate.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
What does mathematics tell you? What if you do with a color picker on it?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's kind of red.
It's red?
Yeah.
It is red?
It's red.
Well, breaking news. Adobe Max 2017. We just found out that Musketon is colorblind, just like me. No, I'm just kidding.
Could be.
Probably the screen.
Yeah.
Oh, and yeah, it's already different from one screen to the other. You see?
Yeah. This isn't.
Might be the lights in the building. That's right.
Yeah.
Could be. Or it's like the orange dress or golden dress or white dress.
That was a cool thing.
Oh, Cedric says, it's like a cherry reddish color for me, but Musketon, his colors are always on point, so it might be a nice bonus. Yeah, make it orange.
Thank you.
From now on, this car will always be orange.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, Canair. That's a pretty cool option to just to check, if how it works for color blindness. Greg is asking, what was your biggest challenge when creating the Vector City? Apart from some houses that didn't quite match your aesthetic.
I think the biggest challenge was delivering. because it's really cool to like come up with an awesome idea, and people trust you and invest money, and then you have like a deadline, and it's a personal project, and you want to make it as good as possible, so you can keep adding details. I think that was the biggest challenge, like letting it go, just like saying now it's finished.
Okay.
Yeah, that's something, a good lesson. So, but in the end, like what I also love this tool. It's the Magic Wand tool. Like everybody knows it from Photoshop, but it's also amazing in Illustrator, because now I can just go ahead and like say this orange should be red. So I just selected the red, like this. And it's really cool when you're working with a lot of colors that are like two different types of orange that like really little difference. If you set the tolerance to 0, it's only gonna pick.
So it's only gonna pick that one. Oh. Yeah, like any object that has that color fill.
Yeah.
Now the whole conversation in the chat is about color blindness. No, because you know, I once had a very depressed student contact me on social media and saying, my teacher told me I should stop, you know, studying for design because I'm colorblind, but I really want to do it. And having gone through the same experience, you know, I really felt for her. And basically what I did a poll on Twitter, asking, you know, how many of you creatives out there are colorblind, and a big percentage. It was, you know, a surprisingly high. I don't remember the exact number right now. Actually said no, me too. And then of course I sent her that thing. I said, yeah, just go ahead, and she just went on.
That's cool.
Never give up. And if colors are just not your thing, you know, do grayscale design, you know, and become famous for that.
Yeah.
We have 11 more minutes.
Just enough time.
Because now you're really working on the details.
Yeah, like maybe we can add some highlights, I don't know, just to make it like pop a little bit.
Oh, here your little wheels will be useful, like make the line thicker.
Oh yeah, I haven't used it, so. But I also think, like, if you're like working in Illustrator or any app from Adobe or a different company, like you need to find your own workflow. Like for me, like this looks super messy, but if it works for you, you should just do it that way.
Oh, you mean the desktop?
Yeah.
Like like how you have the tools.
Yeah.
That's right, Nadia. This would be very useful for students with deadlines. Just have hundreds of people watching you, yeah. Oh, thank you, Paul Weaver. That's great. But I personally know everything about my color blindness already. I was very fortunate to have a teacher, because I was super scared when I went to school, and color theory and all that.
Yeah.
And I thought, I'm going to fail that class so bad. But then he said, oh, no problem. And he brought me a color wheel, the ones you can turn and see the color values in numbers.
Yeah.
He said, well, you're just going to learn them mathematically. So you're going to learn how to make specific green or specific orange just by knowing how many colors to mix together. And that's how I learned color.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You still do it that way?
Yeah. I still do it that way. So I was very fortunate to have a teacher that supported me with that.
So this is pretty much done. So if people have questions, maybe we can. I'll post this illustration somewhere that people can download it, like the source file.
Okay. Oh, awesome.
If they want to use it.
Yeah. You guys want the source file to have a look at? I think it's pretty amazing that in this short amount of time, Musketon has recreated that car without tracing it. And yeah. So maybe if you use the hashtag Adobe Live.
But can I post it somewhere that they can download it?
Yeah,
Should I do it? Should you do it?
You can. You can put it in the Creative Cloud folder, and then share that.
Yeah.
On Twitter. I sometimes do that.
Maybe some background, I don't know.
Yes, Matt, right. These sessions are all recorded and you can watch them at a later time. They're going to be on the Creative Cloud YouTube channel and you'll find them there. Absolutely. So if you don't use Twitter, maybe you use Instagram. Maybe it's going to post it to Instagram with the Adobe Live hashtag. And plus, even if you don't use Twitter, if you don't have a Twitter handle, you can still go to Twitter and look for the hashtag and find it. Find the link. Oh wow, now it's getting poppy.
Yeah. It's getting. I'm gonna brand it in the background with.
This always happens, right? In the live streams, people are freaking out because you never saved. Or are you saving?
No, I'm not saving.
Yeah, and people in the chat are always starting to sweat and say, save.
No, it's funny because I got the pop-up 5 times and I just pressed cancel the whole time. So
what? Oh, something tells you to save?
Yeah, it's the autosave.
Okay.
It's also a plugin, I think, from the guys.
Okay.
Which is also, it's not a good thing actually, because sometimes you open a file and then you, an old file, and you go ahead and adjust it, and then you forget it's auto-saving after 5 minutes, and then the whole file is completely ruined. Yep,
autosave is not, well, normally autosave saves everything in case it crashes, right? But if you don't save it, if you just close the file and say don't save it, it'll still stick to the... Sebastian says this man is a beast. No, he's a Musketon.
Thank you. I think it looks nice like this. I don't know. I think it's finished.
Yeah.
But people can.
We still have 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. So.
Yeah, but putting it the big A in the background, that was maybe too much. Maybe. I like the circle.
Yeah.
I think that adds to put the focus. But then this isn't white anymore, so we don't recognize it as the Starsky and Hutch car.
True. So, just to demonstrate the live paint once again.
Yeah.
So it's really easy that you can like just click, click, click.
As easy as that, yeah.
And what's also really fun if you like delete, because a lot of people go coloring with the pencil tool like underneath the outlines, and with the live paint it's super clean. So if you delete the outlines, it looks like this.
And one other thing that I really enjoy also is the recolor artwork feature.
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you want to maybe show that in the last minutes we have together?
Yeah, because I think for 3-4 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm making a whole bunch of hand signs there behind the cameras.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you have some water maybe? It's
yes.
really hot.
Yeah. Can I have some water, please?
Oh, here's water.
Oh, there's some here.
Thanks.
All good.
So yeah,
We have a thirsty Musketon.
So sorry. It's really hot in here. Wow.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
And what I always also do is I copy the illustration. I go to Photoshop and like add. You can do it if.
You want to do that?
And then I just add like the grainy texture.
What I call the grit.
Yeah.
Yeah, little dirt to the image.
Because this is really clean, and like a lot of people don't really like that. So.
Oh man, we have to wait for that. And do you use Kyle's brushes for that?
No, I don't, but I'm gonna use them. Yeah.
But now
Yeah.
everybody's going to be using Kyle's brushes because they're part of Creative Cloud.
So it's just copy paste, like copying it in Illustrator, then jump over to Photoshop.
How do you put it as a smart object?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what I always do is I create a new layer, and then I go to, I make some clouds, then I apply some noise, like a lot of noise, and that's about it. And then just pick like soft light or something like that. And now it looks grainy.
Now it looks like it's on a piece of paper or something.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Now it looks
awesome.
real.
Yeah. Hey people in the chat, I hope you enjoyed Musketon for the past hour. We're going to be right back. Let me just check the schedule a second, just so to make sure that I know what I'm talking about. There we go. No, that's Thursday. All right. So Musketon, thank you so much for
thanks
being
for
with us.
having me. I hope people enjoyed it.
It's great stuff. Great tips on the clouds. Oh my God, that's awesome. This was one of the best streams. Thank you, Gabby.
Thanks.
Awesome, thanks.
I'll send it to you, and you can put the source
All
online
right.
if you want.
Okay.
And for people, if people want to follow me on Instagram, just follow me, and I'll pick like from the new followers. I'll pick some people, and I'll send them stickers or pins.
Yes, these.
Yeah.
The Musketon sticker packs. Awesome. Well, thank you, Musketon. Thank you, everybody in the chat. The stream will go on in just 5 minutes with live motion graphics. And the guest is Marissa Joyner, and the host is Michael, together with Bromwyn. So Michael and Bromwyn will be together with Marissa Joyner, and in just 5 minutes. So stick around here on b.net/live, and follow on the streams. I'll be seeing you tomorrow. I think this was my last stream. See you tomorrow, and stay tuned for more Adobe Live. Bye.
Bye.